video number 3 because I'm on a roll. I thought of another mental model that is really helpful, and it's the silver lining. See a silver lining in the cloud, and it's brilliant because there is no bad outcome. Bad outcome. They're still very painful and even disappointing, or painful outcomes. Let's say that there's still there's outcomes that you didn't want to happen, but they're not bad if you can get this, which is super powerful. I mean, imagine you've got like, oh fuck, this happened, and now I'm wallowing, and I didn't get the promotion, didn't get the job, didn't get the whatever, or I failed at that, or so and so rejected me, or whatever it is. The ability to turn all of those things into max as much positive as you can get, it's like, whew, that's insane. Think about it. Anything can happen to you, if that's true. Anything can happen to you. Any stroke of luck or chance, misfortune, and you are going to be better. You will always be better. You will always learn. You will always grow. And I don't think that's a given. And that's a bit terrifying, because I know for myself, I've sometimes had this like a lazy perspective of like, fuck, life is so hard right now, and but you know what? I'm learning and I'm getting better and I'm growing, and like that doesn't just happen. It does to some degree. Like you learn and you go through your life or whatever, but I think it has to be very intentional. And I think the more intentional it is, the more you get out of it. Like if you just let things kind of happen to you and you just have one catastrophe and dumpster fire after another, you might walk out the other end and you've got a couple of pearls, and maybe you basic level, or you can be really intentional about it and mine the shit out of it. You could find all the gems and jewels that are in that giant mountain that you had to climb, and you can walk out a rich man. So the ability to do that, I think, is it's sort of like it's a pretty powerful cheat code, because you don't lose. You don't really lose. So again, I've arrived at this out of necessity, and it might sound like a bit pie in the sky, because so many challenging and outright awful things have happened to me that I could argue that it's just, I have to believe this. Otherwise it's too unbearable to think that I've just gone through all this shit and for nothing, or that I've gotten something out of it, and it's this sort of intangible, like, I learned in some way that's not concrete in my life. I don't actually see the fruits of that. So to me, I find meaning in things, and I'm able to get through difficult stuff when there's a purpose to it. When there's a purpose to it. So going through this investigation, as challenging and awful as it's been, when I determined that I'm going to use that, I'm going to learn every bit that I can from it, and I'm going to talk about it and do what I can to change the way that that's handled for people that have to deal with this after me. Then I have meaning, and that fuels me. It fuels me to keep going